Hello, it's Drayson, Aerosister Joey, and today is the start of a new annual event. The start of a short little contest to see who made the best spooky thing for Halloween. Me and a few other friends will show off our Halloween creations, and then we will vote on each other's stuff to see who the winner of this year's Halloween creation contest is. We are allowed to make anything we want, just as long as it's relevant to Halloween, the spooky season, horror, or the season of fall in any way, shape, or form. Your creations can literally be anything. Music, costumes, stories, playlists, decorations, cosplays, and so much more. How we will vote on each other's creations will be based on how good each creation is based only in their category. For example, someone submits a cool Halloween costume for the contest. The other contenders will give it a scale on 1 to 10 based on how good of a Halloween costume it is. Let's say it's a really good one, so the average vote ends up being a 7 out of 10 for best Halloween costume. Then another person could submit a Halloween home decoration as their project. Even if most people prefer the home decoration over the Halloween costume could still win, because each creation is voted by how good each creation is at being the creation they are, not about which creation is the best out of all the others. So even though some people like the home decor better than the Halloween costume still wins because the home decor is bad at being good home decor, even though most people prefer home decor over Halloween costumes. Does that make any sense? Probably not. Whatever. And at the end of the video, you get to decide what your favorite creation was by letting us know in the comments down below. Of course, this won't have any effect on the voting system, but it's still fun to read your thoughts about who you like the best. So join us as we take a look at all the entries for this year's Halloween Creation Contest of 2025. Let's go! Now, since I made the whole event idea, why not start with me to vote on everyone's creation? So, yeah, let's do that. Let's rate everyone's things on a scale 1 to 10. Up first is Jake with his imitation of Ennard from J-Gems, The Interviewed, a FNAF fan series.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. I've been waiting. Do you know who I am? No, I mean, do you really know who I really am? There's a little me inside every body. I am all, but what am I? Another number that isn't equal to any of you. Used for parts, stripped and broken down, all for your entertainment. Pieces of a puzzle can be repositioned, moved, replaced, and swapped out. But the puzzle can never be whole again until the wrongs have been righted. Once you desecrate the beauty, once you shatter the integrity of something, all it can ever be is a broken, ugly, vile monster! So that's what I am. That's all that I am. I'm a monster.
Honestly, I'd rate that an 8 out of 10. If a 0 out of 10 was like the worst kind of like voice acting I ever heard in any like foreign movie ever, that's like a dub to something, and 10 out of 10 is like the best like Glitch Productions work I ever heard in my life. What Jake did here is easily an 8 out of 10. Very, very good. Very solid. There's a lot of dynamicness happening in it. Even though it is a little sometimes hard to tell what he's saying through the mixing, you could make an excuse that sounds like it's playing on an old like voice box that Ennard has. It just works. It just sounds so good. That's that's what Jake just done is basically professional voice acting level, I would say. But of course, that's my opinion on it. Everyone else has different opinions on these different things, and that's the fun of it, so yeah. 8 out of 10. So, my mom and her boyfriend went out one night as a plug in an outlet, and they're getting electrocuted or something like that right here. I don't know what's going on. But for a costume duo, out of all the costume duos I heard of and seen and know the concepts of, this works. It may not be the best one that exists, but it's at least dad joke worthy, if that makes sense. It has some amount of make sensible and understandable comedy to it, even though it's not super good, but still pretty good nonetheless. So I would give this a 7 out of 10 for being a duo costume. Alright, this next one is a cosplay Jax made for this event. I can't exactly tell what it is, but from the looks of it, it also looks like one of the Squid Game things, you know, it has like the circle in the front, but it's like a furry, if that makes sense. I know exactly, I'm gonna guess slap across the face for that one, but I'm just saying what it genuinely looks like. Generally, because I can't make out all the details, just from that alone, this is getting a 6 out of 10, but like, that's only because of the final images, but if I could see it more clearly, maybe I'd rate it higher, but I can't see every single detail. The first image, this one is definitely the best one out of all of them, but all the other ones are just kind of alright. And there is a final image that's probably a separate cosplay altogether, and it's of some other character I don't know of, but that one also looks pretty cool. It gives a lot of Top Gun vibes right there a little bit, so yeah. If we were going to combine all the really good parts and the kind of mediocre parts all together, these two images would get a 7 out of 10, and these ones would get a 6 out of 10, so that puts the average range of this a 6.5 out of 10. And up next, we have an aesthetic image. A general Halloween aesthetic that this person likes. This person is called Kimberly on Discord, and they really like these things displayed on screen right now for Halloween. And yes, they really like these things. We And lastly, we have someone called Fired6000, and they made this cosplay of One from The Power of Two, the Battle for Dream Island spin-off, aka BFDI. This is One, it's the Algebraian number, the number 1. She is so me in so many levels, and I relate to that character a lot now. And generally the cosplay here, it's okay. All due respect, I appreciate the hard work that went into it, but just in my opinion, I'm not a fan of this aesthetic of cosplay. I'm sorry. It looks like a rug. It looks like okay, but actually I respect the effort that went into this. It's just not my style. You get what I mean? For a cosplay, this is not the kind of aesthetic or like the kind of vibe I'm really a big fan of when it comes to cosplays, me personally. I'm more into more my stuff, if that makes sense. Like I have a type. I have a type of cosplay. I'm picky about what I like in cosplay, but this isn't my type. I'm sorry, but you gotten on people's higher ranks. Like, you have gotten a higher... I will say this right now. You have absolutely gotten higher numbers, higher ratings by the other participants in this contest than the number I'm about to give you. I'm sorry, but I'm giving you a 4 out of 10. But that's not bad. That's not bad. That's average. It's like average. It's like 4, 5, 6. That's the middle range. This is kind of average, you know what I mean? It's good, but it's average. Just not for me. I'm sure it's a really good cosplay. It's just not for me, you know what I mean? And you have a 4 out of 10. Final rating. Alright, let's see what Jake has rated everyone. He's the one who made that one JGEMS Ennard voice line. So, for Halloween, I was writing this MLP fanfic I was writing. Fanfic, but My Little Pony edition. It's basically about a pool cleaner pony who is instructed to look for this house in the middle of the Everfree Forest, but he can't find it. So he has to, survive this vampire mansion in the middle of the woods. And all the vampires who are inside it are of the main 6. And Jake rated it based on the general premise alone. Not what's actually in the story, but he rated it based on just the idea alone, and that's how everyone is gonna rate my idea here. Everyone in this contest is rating my submission for my own contest, based on just what's on screen right now, not the actual story. So, based on what everyone sees in this image right now, Jake has rated this a 7 out of 10. Not bad for me, not bad. After Jake saw the infamous mother and her boyfriend Halloween costume duo image, he has rated it a 6 out of 10. When Jake saw the epic Squid Game furry protogen thing appear on screen, he has rated it an epic. Very, very, very epic. I'm totally elongating this so all the images can show. He has rated it a 9 out of 10. So here's Kimberly from Discord. This is the Halloween aesthetic board that they made, and Jake has rated this a 6 out of 10. And finally, on Jake's rating list, he has rated Fire the 6000's cosplay of One from Teapot an 8 out of 10. Okay, on to Mom now. She has rated my concept for my MLP fanfic an 8 out of 10. Mom has rated Jake's audio impression of Ennard from JGEMS The Interviewed FNAF series a 7 out of 10 for voice acting. And Mom has rated Jax's cosplay a 5 out of 10. And Mom has given Kimberly a 3 out of 10. And lastly, Mom has rated Fired 6000 an epic 8 out of 10. And now it's on to Jax. She has rated my idea for an MLP fanfic a 6 out of 10. And now, Jax has looked over Jake's interpretation of Ennard and has rated his voice acting a 5 out of 10. Jax has rated this duo costume a 4 out of 10. Jax has given Kimberly a 4.5 out of 10. And Jax has rated Fired 6000 an 8 out of 10. Part 2 will come out sometime after Halloween, where we will show Kimberly's ratings on everyone and Fired 6000's opinions on every project. And then we will determine the winner of the contest. Stay tuned.